All right, folks, welcome to the Freedom Friday Mastermind. I'm your host, Ian Flanagan. Pat Hayes is out today. He is dealing with some contractors at his vacation property, and he asked me to step in. So our fearless co-host is out of pocket today, but I want to welcome all you guys to the call. Some of you that are new to eXp Realty. I've been with the company for 6.5 years. It's been a life-changing brokerage for sure. I'm sure that you guys have seen and heard stories of other people and other agents and independent brokers and just really radically changing their business. I never thought in a million years that I would have an international business, much less anything outside my local market. And that's the brilliant thing about eXp Realty and technology. How I came across this platform, I've had several meetings with the guys at Zyyah, the CEO, and those gentlemen are on here today to kind of show us this platform. But I came across it about 4 or 5 weeks ago through a good friend of mine, Chad Wall, who's on the call. He has been my insurance broker personally for my personal residence and then dozens of investment properties over the years. But that's how I got connected to this. And, and once I saw this, I really got super excited because it solves a lot of challenges. I mean, how many of you guys have had past clients and friends reach out to you and say, hey, can you refer me to an electrician, a painter, or a contractor of some sort? I mean, being in real estate, that pretty much happens nonstop, right? So, why Zyyah builds a platform, it's a powerful ecosystem for homeowners, service pros, real estate professionals. But what I love most about the platform is, Zyyah really aligns with eXp's mission of putting the agent first and keeping that agent relevant and creating wealth, right? Creating an additional stream of income over time, kind of similar to how the revenue share works at eXp. So Zyyah is offering something very similar to that too. But second, with all the disruption that's taking place in our industry, it really diminishes the role of the real estate agent, right? We're seeing all these things, reducing commissions and trying to cut the agent out. But the great thing about Zyyah is it keeps agents front and center with your clients while creating a meaningful passive income stream that can really fully monetize clients' home spend. So when clients are hiring painters, contractors, service professionals for their pool and lawn, that's where we can kind of step in and help them get to those contractors and actually get paid whenever they hire those folks. So I've reviewed the numbers. It's pretty astonishing. And here's the neat thing about this is it doesn't cost us anything. This isn't something that they're selling. It doesn't cost a membership to be a part of this. The way that they've built this platform is pretty incredible. Lastly, we're constantly being marketed to, promising the latest app or a powerful new lead gen system. And Zyyah is really, truly something that can deliver real value to you, the real estate agent, your service professionals, and also your homeowners. And once again, it costs absolutely nothing while providing your clients with an excellent home management service platform. So without further ado, I don't know which one of you guys are going to step up first, but Brett, Ethan, thank you guys so much for being on the call with Zyyah.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much, Ian. Really appreciate your excitement about this platform and wanting to be able to spread the message out to your entire team. So we really appreciate that. So guys, good morning. I'm Brett Hatfield. I'm the CEO of Zyyah. Really excited to be able to share with you the platform that we've built, which is creating one of the most powerful ecosystems in real estate between homeowners, your clients, real estate professionals, and service pros. So Travis, if you want to go ahead and share your screen, we can go through. Yeah, we can go through a deck here. Although I don't really feel like I need to go through the deck anymore because Ian did such a great job of kind of describing the application in there.
I need permission, Ian, from you to share my screen.
All right, Travis, co-host. Is that who I need to make co-host?
Go to Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle and Travis. If possible.
Okay. All right.
And guys, while we're waiting to have that pulled up in here, we've got a few folks from the Zyyah team, which, by the way, we're headquartered here out of Dallas, actually overlooking the lake in Lake Ray Hubbard over in Rockwall area. But we've got our CLO, one of the co-founders, our CTO, and then our head of product that is here. So we're going to be able to go in and actually take a look at the application here shortly. So I've spent, and Kyle knows this, and we've had a ton of traction, guys, inside of eXp. We've met with several large teams inside of eXp, and I've actually had conversations with the corporate folks all the way up, through Jason Guessing in there. He was in Dallas a few weeks ago and met with
I'm
him. And so
dealing
there's
with a commercial client right now where I'm selling his 6-family unit.
Sorry about that, guys.
All good.
Yeah, no worries. So we have had a ton of traction with the corporate folks as well, and so this is something that they're very excited about. And so, you know, one of the things, and we have stress tested this too, guys, with a ton of real estate agents, brokerages, large teams, very successful real estate agents. And we have gotten, and I know Glenn always talks about net promoter scores. We have gotten net promoter scores of, 85 plus, right? Which means a very high likelihood of adoption across real estate agents. And so, but this thing is so much more than just real estate, right? We've got to be able to attract homeowners and service professionals to it. And one of the things that is making us extremely successful is our ability to go to market to be able to attract homeowners to the platform, right? And this is where this really starts to provide a ton of benefits to you guys as real estate agents, right? So here's kind of some of the things that that Ian went over in there. And so I know you guys as real estate agents are constantly being marketed to in terms of the latest and greatest app or a service that can bring you new leads, right? One of the things, in fact, I think we were on the phone with Ian this week, and he had gotten a couple of emails while we were during our conversation. And so one of the things about those platforms is most of the time, or I should say nearly all of the time, they are asking for money, right? If you pay us this amount monthly or annually, you can have access to this application and it's going to do all these great things for you, right? And so our application, which Ian mentioned, cost you and your clients and service professionals absolutely nothing to join, right? And so one of the main benefits to real estate agents is at a time when there is so much disruption taking place and there is pressure on commissions and reduction of those commissions because of a lot of choices that homeowners face now to be able to sell their homes in there, Zyyah can provide and create an extremely nice, meaningful passive income stream for you. So all of that spend that your clients spend on maintaining their home, which most of the time equates to 1 to 4% of the annual home value in there that they are spending on maintaining and servicing that home, you bringing your clients to the platform in here now have a commissionable element on all of that home spend in between transactions. So at a time when the average homeowner is only transacting on their home, maybe on average every 5 to 7 years, and you guys are certainly monetizing them at the time of the transaction, Zyyah offers you a really nice way to be able to monetize the clients that you worked hard to get in between all of those transactions. So in between that 5 to 7 year run, right? And so provides a very nice, steady, meaningful income stream for you. That's certainly something that is key, that has resonated with a lot of real estate agents. On top of that, guys, one of our core missions is to make sure that we are keeping the agent first, right? And protecting the role with their clients, right? So we are creating the ultimate stickiness with the clients, right? And so we'll talk a little bit, and you guys will see a little bit here on how we keep agents top of mind with their clients in between those transactions, so that you guys, on average, the average real estate agent only 17% of the time gets a second bite at the apple with their customers, right? And so no longer will you be driving by a client that you might have sold a home to and you see a for sale sign in their yard and they're using another agent, right? It's making sure that you maintain that relationship so that you get that repeat business with that customer. We also, because we're with the customer throughout their entire home journey, we can now give you unique insights into that customer, right? And be able to say, because we're a data and an analytics company as well, we can now say, hey, Ian, one of your clients, based on their pattern of activity in here, there's an 80% chance, that these 3 of your clients will be listing their home in the next 2 to 3 months. So make sure you're reaching out so that you can grab that transaction from them, right? And so we can do all of that and provide you the highest quality leads with no referral fees, right? And so the way that we're able to do that is we have 7 channels to be able to drive homeowners into our platform in there. Real estate is one important channel, but we got 6 others. And the largest one being we're working with benefits administration company to deliver home wellness to their clients, employees. One of the largest one, we have access to 38 million Americans from a benefits administration company, and they're going to be coming into Zyyah without being tagged to a real estate agent. And so at the time that they're going through a transaction journey in there, we can make a referral to an agent on our platform in there. So that's how we're able to provide high quality leads with no referral fees. So again, tons of value for the real estate agent and the ability to be able to earn a nice, steady, meaningful passive income stream from the clients that you've worked hard to obtain over the years. And again, cost you and your clients absolutely nothing. So we can go to the next slide. So this is a very quick 1-minute video that we're going to play, and this kind of gives a what Zyyah is from a real estate agent perspective.
The real estate industry today is being disrupted by new technologies. As a real estate agent, you are experiencing these changes daily, and it may feel as though many of these new technologies aim to take away your influence by empowering the consumer with more information and choices than ever before. Our experience in developing real estate technology, building data security, and establishing real estate partnerships allow us to utilize technology and innovation to elevate the real estate ecosystem as a whole and drives our mission to empower you, the real estate agent. Here at Zyyah, we think the opportunities and innovation that new technologies present should be harnessed to protect the important relationships between you and your clients. We are developing innovative solutions that keep you more connected to your clients, even when you're not working on a transaction, deepening each relationship and increasing the value of each touchpoint. We are also developing an extensive ecosystem of partnerships within the real estate industry to provide you with the tools you need to work more efficiently, increase lead generation, grow your current revenue streams, and even uncover new revenue streams. By harnessing new and emerging technologies, Zyyah is driving the industry and the communities it serves into the future. More to come early 2022. www.zyyahapp.com.
Perfect. So if we jump back into the presentation in here, one of the things that's extremely important is we could have the best application for real estate agents in there, but it means nothing if we're not able to bring homeowners to the platform and they find value in it. And so we move over to the next slide in here. Our core mission is to, from a homeowner perspective, is to make homeownership radically simple for the homeowner. And so everything that we do at Zyyah is focused on making sure that the homeowner is able to achieve the home lifestyle that they desire, right, on their home. So, and it's never been more, home has never been more important than it is right now, especially in the age of COVID, right, where people are spending a lot more time at the home. So if somebody was to apply proper home ownership, it can be very complex, time consuming, and costly, right? In fact, a staggering fact in there is that while for most Americans, their home is their largest financial asset, and there only 70% of Americans know how to properly, or I should say, do not know how to properly maintain and care for what is their largest asset. So we are talking about making that process radically simple for the homeowner. Everything from a simple repair to maintaining that home to protecting that home, which for us means insurance and physical protection and home warranty, to enhancing and remodeling that home, and even starting that transaction journey, all from one account on one platform, right? And if we move to the next slide, please. And the reason why that's important in there is I think everybody is growing accustomed to being able to digitally self-service just about every aspect of their life. And certainly with the millennial generation, which is almost age 40 now, and every generation after that, right? If they were to apply that to home management in there, they would have a very fragmented, siloed, confusing experience. They would have a lot of accounts, and their home data would be spread across those different platforms and those different accounts. So they would probably be working with companies that we see on here, right? From a real estate perspective, a home services perspective, insurance, mortgage products, and then those companies across the bottom that are sticking their toe into the home data repository, right? The collection of all of that home information, which is becoming more and more important as we move forward in today's digital age. So Zyyah offers the homeowner a convenient one-stop shop, if you will, to be able to initiate all of those services on the platform. So think of a multi-sided marketplace between homeowners, real estate professionals, and home service professionals. Zyyah sits right in the middle of that, passes requests, and collects information about the home and the homeowner in there for the benefit of the ecosystem that we're building. So for the benefit of the homeowner, for the benefit of the real estate professionals, and for the benefit of the home service providers that are on the platform. So keep going. We like to say that everybody dreams of owning a home, but not the management challenge that comes with it. So Zyyah solves all of the problems that you see over on the right for the homeowner, right? And so now most homeowners have a lot of questions about their home that we can answer on the platform, right? And what's great about this is we have the ability to be able to generate unique home insights that are passed back to the homeowner, that are being branded as coming from the real estate agent, really kind of transitioning that role of the real estate agent from a transactional advisor to really more of a home advisor for your client. And that's what creates the ultimate stickiness. And so whether it's them asking a question, having self-service on the platform, or insights are being delivered to them, we can now answer these common homeowner questions like, is my utility bill too high? How does it compare to my neighbors? And of course, outliers can be indicative of many things that you probably need to drill down into. You know, what are the proper things that I need to do to properly maintain my home, right? So again, I mentioned a stat, 70% of Americans don't know how to properly maintain and care for their largest asset. Even simple things like, can I have filters and other replacement parts for my major systems be sent to me on replacement cycles, and have that information recorded in my home vault so that I can show that I'm properly maintaining for my major systems in there? What are the paint colors that were used by the builder? Where are all my important documents related to the home, whether it's closing documents, title documents, surveys, etc. That is all conveniently digitally organized for easy retrieval from the homeowner. Where can I find a trusted handyman? And this is one of the big things that really differentiates us, guys. We've got a board of directors that is comprised of ex-C-level Uber officers. We also have one of the guys that started Angie's List that's on our advisory board in there. And this is what he absolutely loves about our model in there. So if you go out to Angie's List, Home Advisor, Porch, Fix, all those companies in there, you're going to get recommended. If you request a service professional, say a plumber in there, you're going to get recommended somebody that paid for the marketing lead in there. Our model is very different. And as Ian referred to in there, we call it a high integrity service model, which means your clients are on our platform, they need a service professional on their home in there. Well, we also make 5 recommendations in there or more. And we can say, you know, Ian, your real estate agent recommends this plumber in there. Your mortgage officer recommends this one. Your insurance officer recommends this one. 80% of the people in your neighborhood are using this service professional. They maintain a 5-star Google rating, a 5-star Yelp rating, and they're a trusted vendor in the Zyyah platform in there. So we can make an intelligent, high integrity recommendation on our platform that's not based on somebody who paid us to be able to market their services to the clients on there. So a very different model, which is a lot more value to the homeowner that's requesting the service in there. You know, other things, do I need to replace my roof? How much should it cost? Who should I use? Should I refinance my home? And we have an intelligent refinance journey on our platform there. And there's a lot of things that can drive a homeowner refinance journey other than just interest rates fluctuating up and down like they are today, unfortunately, going in the wrong direction. However, based on personal goals that the homeowner may have and things such as they want to add solar panels to their home. Well, that usually triggers a refinance. And so we can take them on an intelligent refinance journey and make a recommendation to a preferred mortgage company to be able to deliver that journey to them. And then, is my home underinsured? Do I have the right policy and coverage, right? And so we can now take them on an intelligent insurance journey in there. 66% of Americans, here's a staggering fact, along with the fact that 70% of Americans don't know how to properly maintain and care for their largest asset. 66% of homeowners unknowingly have a problem with their homeowner's insurance, whether it's the type of policy or the fact that they only revisit it once, every 5 to 9 years, mostly in conjunction with the transaction. And so we can now take them through an intelligent insurance journey that includes taking our app and doing a scan of room by room in their home and creating a digital inventory, personal property listing that can be used in pricing out their insurance coverage. So a lot of things a lot of value that we can provide to the homeowner. And again, a lot of this can be branded coming from you, the real estate agent, to your clients, right? Which shows them and keeps that you care about their home journey and keeps you connected with those clients in between the transactions. So the solution on the Zyyah platform, we go to the next slide in here, right? And our ability to be able to radically simplify the management of all things home in there is we truly have the ability to centralize now all of that key home data because of the broadness of our platform in there. And we can do it without placing the burden on the homeowner, which means we have the ability to truly be the Carfax for homes that can be used when you're marketing a home. And here's another value-added proposition for the real estate agent. And we've done a lot of stress testing in the marketplace. Imagine the ability to take on a new client, right? And be able to market the home and understand, who was the home builder on this home? How many people have lived in this home? How has this home been maintained? What are the major systems? Are they under warranty? Do they have an extended warranty in there? Has there been any remodels done to this home in there? Were they permitted? Who maintained the home? Et cetera, right? All of that information being collected about a home in there. Statistics will tell you that on average, the homeowner that has all of that information collected can now sell their home for 2 to 7% more than the guy next door who has none of that information collected about the home. And so that's the ability for you as a real estate agent to be able to have all that information at your disposal to be able to help in the marketing of a home. And so Zyyah can truly be that trusted knowledge repository for all of that information in there. We can put the maintenance of the home for the homeowner on autopilot if they want to do that with us, or we can guide them on a DIY journey if they want to do that. We've already mentioned the high integrity network of service providers. We have a complete marketplace of all home parts and services. And then again, the ability for us, because of the information that we're collecting about a home and also other homes in a neighborhood and region, for us to truly be that digital advisor back to the homeowner and have it be able to be branded as coming from the real estate agent in certain situations in there. So again, wanted to just give you guys a flavor of what this means to the homeowner and why the homeowner is going to find value in this application and what it means to you for bringing your clients on there and all the benefits that this can provide to you as a real estate agent. So that is a very quick overview about the application in there. As I said, I usually spend a lot more time, almost an hour. I think Ian's been through the hour presentation where we really take a much deeper dive into some of this stuff, but just wanted to give you guys a high level overview. And now we can actually take a look at some parts of the application in there. So I'll turn it back over to Travis and Kyle.
Awesome, thanks. And today, in addition to the overview of the app, we really want to give you guys a sense of really what the app is. So we're going to actually demonstrate both the pro version of the app, which is the app that you guys would have access to as real estate agents. And we also want to show you what the interface looks like for the homeowners that you're going to be inviting to the platform to get a sense of really some of the value added capabilities it has for them, because it's not just about connection, it's truly about the end-to-end home management, as Brett was talking about. So how does the ecosystem work? There's three core members within the ecosystem. There's you as the Realty agent, who really is the linchpin for making sure the ecosystem is working, because it's about you having a trusted network of service pros that you would recommend within your ecosystem, and then your customers, your homeowners, who are going to be joining the platform and wanting to engage with you on a weekly, if not daily basis, to help with, hey, as Brett was talking about just this week, right? I had an electrical issue go out on my house. I have an early preview of the app, so I was able to pull up the app and quickly search for electricians that are recommended in my area, pull it up, able to get that information much faster, much more streamlined than if I was just trying to do a Google search, where I'm really just relying on star reviews and maybe some recommendations. This was able to give me a personalized contact and into an electrician and get my service taken care of. The way that it works is you have your homeowners, which will become Zimbers, and your service pros, which become Zyyah pros. When your Zimbers have a need, often already today they reach out to you. And now with this platform, they can reach out to you on the platform or off the platform, and you can direct them by making a recommendation to the pros that you would prefer or who you would recommend within your network for them to use. At that point, it's really between the pros and the Zimbers to work through any type of services that are required and provide the service. And normally, because you're going to be making recommendations to highly qualified pros in your network, and you have a good clientele base that you are able to stay in contact with, it's not just about that first connection. Now you have a model where there's repeat customers, where your Zimbers and your pros are continuing to engage and refer and continue to make connections within your network on the platform. And the great thing is, every time that there is a transaction that occurs on the platform, you're going to earn commissions, right? So this is the way that you would grow passive income, right? Because as the Zyyah pros and the Zimbers make a transaction, every time a Zimber in your network works with one of the pros that you recommend, it's a transaction, whether or not you are involved and facilitated that conversation or not. So with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the application demo. What I'm going to do is I'm going to act as the role of the service pro, and then our head of product over here, Travis, he's going to act as the Zimber, so you guys can see the invite. So let's start with what it's going to look like once you guys get invited to the network, which we would like to be able to do towards the end of this presentation. Okay, so after you go through the onboarding process, which we can explain a little bit, you're going to land on your Zyyah professional dashboard. This is kind of your one-stop shop to see the overall health of your network. Here is where you'll see the number of Zimbers within your network, or homeowners that you've both invited, who have not yet accepted, and those who've actually accepted within your network. The same thing as you build your trusted network of pros, here's the pros that have joined your network that you can refer and recommend to your clients. And then also here's the pending invites, those who have not. The great thing is, if they're in the pending invites, Zyyah will actually take care of all the messaging and marketing and value proposition for you. By you sending the invite, we will be communicating, hey, here's the value of the network. Here's, as a pro, how you can actually use this for greater lead generation, higher clientele base, and actually earn more per trip than by having to go through general broad-based marketing strategies. And for your homeowners, this is how you get access to trusted professionals. Here's an automated, seamless way to manage your home, etc. Over here on the right-hand side, this is where you'll actually start to see your alerts. So you don't have to be in here and really digging into this every day. We've made it simple. When somebody joins your network, you'll see it. When somebody has a service request, you'll see it. When somebody actually transacts on the system, you'll see it. We'll also provide news as we release more and more features, as you guys are part of our early adopters program. Over here on the left, we have this active. Now, one of the features that we are increasing to make sure that there's a great value add to the real estate agents is we're streamlining the home closing and selling process. So what you're going to see, especially over the next 45 to 60 days, is increase of features where you can share a home closing task list with a homeowner as they go through the home closing process. If there's any things that need to be remediated in the home, you can actually, from that list, be able to refer specific service pros that you would recommend for them to be able to do quick takes. It also allows for the homeowner to communicate back to you when they've actually done certain tasks, if they want to skip tasks, And then also to allow you to help them understand the priority of what needs to happen in order to make sure the home closes. Same thing with a pre-listing checklist. So pretty soon, you'll be able to actually walk through a home with a homeowner, take notes, share those notes with a homeowner, and where there is a task that needs to be done, you can actually recommend the appropriate service pros. Now, every time someone uses one of those recommendations to get a task completed on the platform, again, you will earn commissions. Down here at the bottom is where you'll see your referrals. So anytime you just want to say, hey, I know my buddy Bill needs a painter, Bill's in my network, I have a great painter, I'm actually just going to go ahead and refer my painter to them and let them see if there's a way for them to work out some type of negotiation so Bill can finally get that front door painted that he's been waiting for months, right? This is where you can actually keep track of everyone that you've ever referred to from a Zimber perspective to a service pro. And probably the most important thing that's going to be coming towards the end of summer is this commissions model. Once we have fully enabled the platform later this summer, you will actually get to see the commissions that you are earning at the individual level for all of the activities happening in your network and decide when you want to pull that money into your personal bank account. Now, the key to this, as I mentioned, is that we have the real estate agents, the service pros, and the Zimbers. One of the reasons for the early adoption is so that you can actually get first mover advantage on being on the platform. When you invite a Zimber to the platform, you get this thing called first touch if you are the first person to invite them to the platform. With first touch, this is very significant because now anytime this person does, which Kyle Kyleson's probably not going to do a lot of transactions since it's me, but anytime Kyle Kyleson would do a transaction, if this was your first touch member, you would actually get a percent of the commission every time. It doesn't matter if it's one of your service pros or not. So being able to invite your agents to the platform and having this first touch badge is really going to help you drive your passive income potential. So with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and invite Travis's new member to the platform so you guys can see a little bit of what that looks like. So I'm going to invite a Zimber. And if you notice, there's a way to do a bulk upload too. So if you keep your members list in like an Excel file, like Google Docs file, whatever, there's actually an easy way to upload them all at the same time. So you don't have to do the manual entry process I'm doing right now. So I'm going to invite Travis Lawler. What was the email address that we said you're going to do? That's right, EXP demo. And we're going to use this email address right here, sending him a general invite that says, hey, Travis, please come join my network. Okay, so that now has been sent to Travis. And as you can see, I have two pending lists. I have one to this Kyle Zimmer over here, and then now this one here for Travis. Now, if Travis takes too long to accept, I can always just resend the invite through the platform, right? Once Travis has an opportunity to look at the email, decide that check out Zyyah and decide that he wants to join, he will actually come back into my accepted list. We're going to let Travis do that. We're going to move on to Zyyah Pros while he's doing that on his side. Cool. Now, on the pro side, as we talked about that kind of three-pointed triangle, the service pros is the other really key ingredient in that. So I have two service pros here. I'm going to be using this Kyle Smith Painter one as later in the demo. But if I wanted to invite another pro, I have more. I can come in here and I say, Kyle Pro 3. Since this is a demo account, we're hoping you're actually using real people. I can hit this, and then I can fill in all this information. It sends a customized invite to that person, right? If you can do a Google search. So if you kind of know where the person works, like Painting with a Twist is probably a cool company where you do painting. But if it was Paintbrush Street, you'd be able to put this in. You'd be able to say he's a service pro, he's a painter, and then that adds him to my network as a specialized professional for painting. The other option is if I have a bunch of service pros and I've already talked to them about the program and I really want them to join, then I can actually do this copy link. And this is your special link. If you copy this link, they go directly into your network as your service pro. You can text it to them, you can send it to them, And what they do is when they click on it, it will ask them to fill out their company information. They will join the platform, and you will see them in your pro list. I do want to give a word of caution on this when we get you guys on the program. Those who are in your Service Pro network should be those that you trust and would recommend, because when people are on the platform, they will be able to see who's in your pro network. So it's important to be a little exclusive with this and make sure the people in your network are truly the people that you would recommend to your homeowners and your clients, because they will see that, they'll make the recommendation, and they'll want to make sure that you really do recommend that person. Now, I talked a lot about recommendation. There's a way to actually explicitly recommend them. So Kyle Smith Painter, he's an awesome guy, great painter. At least that's what my wife tells me. So I'm going to recommend him for painting. Hit save. Now he is my recommended painter. So now when somebody fills out a service request that's in my network, they're going to see Kyle Smith at the top of the list as saying, this is somebody I recommend. I can even send a chat to Kyle, right, that says, hey, Kyle, I recommended you. And I can actually interface with my service pros in the platform to say, hey, like, this is who I'm referring, this is who I'm recommending. Do you have any promotions going on? Anything that you would like me to know in your network? And then every time they transact in the system, you would be able to receive a commission. All right, so let's go back to the Zimbers and see, yep, Travis has accepted my invitation. So I'm gonna pause the demo over here on the pro side, and we're gonna let Travis show you what it looks like for a Zimber to onboard.
Real briefly, right? I basically gave it a password here and created this account. So it's now telling me to download the application, which I've done, so you guys don't have to see that. And it lands me on the application here. So real quickly, I'm anchored here. I mentioned I entered my address. You said anchored at the top. If I had multiple properties, I can manage that as a homeowner, right? So if I have my home here and a vacation home in Colorado, which I dream to have someday, if I know find an agent on the phone that might be able to help me out, that'd be great. But in this experience, right, I can have multiple properties, and it's important to know that each of those properties has its own landing page, right? So I manage the tasks associated with it, the data associated with it individually. I can be tied to multiple real estate agents across each of those, to one real estate agent across each of those different properties, meaning that my Colorado real estate agent is different than my Dallas real estate agent. However, for each property, we're restricting and protecting that role of the real estate agent. So specifically here, we're going to walk through kind of what the to-do list is and these other features. But if I go directly here, there's a link that says my home team. One thing to highlight is Kyle, who invited me to this platform, is now represented as my real estate agent, right? So this becomes as a Zimber, as a consumer on the platform, this is my Rolodex of pros. So if I have people I work with routinely, they're going to show up here. And this is one of the places where we make the real estate agent prominent. If Kyle had been so lovely to upload one of his beautiful headshots, I would see them represented here, right? So, that's one way we keep the real estate agent prevalent or prominent on the platform. We guide the homeowner through this to-do list, right? So there are various activities that I think Brett did a great job, and Ian even highlighted, right, of the things that we can do and the problems we try and solve for homeowners, whether it's an intelligent homeowner's insurance journey where we have the person go through room by room and capture a visual imagery inventory of their home and what's in it, providing a basis for what the value of those items are. We can then advise them against what potentially they may have, the pitfalls for insurance, and making sure they have the right coverage to cover all the personal property, or taking a look at potentially the type of coverage they have for more comprehensive coverage, or maybe it's I'm trying to balance the right price, the right coverage, or if I'm trying to save money, which we all are on insurance, what's the right level of risk to undertake as a homeowner. So we can guide them through those things by putting tasks in front of them around the to-do list. Here at the top, right, it's about taking inventory, evaluating coverage, capturing the home system so that when I go to hire a service pro, I can tell them about the system in my home. So if the service professional knows I have a train unit and it's the model number of it and potentially the serial number, they can devise from that likely that it's under warranty or it's not, what the problem is based on what the Zimber has described through photos and just information provided by the pro or provided by the Zimber in terms of the problem they're experiencing. And the likelihood is they can come part in hand to solve that problem and save them. One, for the service pro, makes them more efficient in attending to all the different service calls. But for the homeowner, relieves that headache of my AC unit's down, I want it fixed, and I want this person to come on the first trip, be able to solve that problem. So they don't have to come out, do an assessment and say, well, I got to order this part, I'll be back in 2 days, we'll be back in a couple days, you have to live in the heat. And in Texas, that's a pretty dire situation. So in those types of scenarios, right, by having the system information, we can help service professionals deliver better service. At the bottom here, it becomes more of the maintenance tasks, right? I can go through and manage what these maintenance tasks are. They are all either one-time tasks or recurring tasks. So if it's something I need to do on a periodic basis, Zyyah is making the recommendation of how often I should do that task. So for instance, managing pool water, if I have a pool, I've got to do that on a weekly basis, right? Just a quick check, keeps me from having that expensive reach out to my pool guy to come do an overhaul cleaning or fix a broken pump because I failed to clean the filter out. So those are basic things. Inspecting the pool area to see if there's any electrical lines exposed around it, more of a one-time thing or a periodic thing, not something I do weekly, right? So these tasks the homeowner can click on and understand some basic DIY tasks. But if I wanted to find a professional to help me out, there's an easy bail-off point here by clicking Find a Pro. I can engage with a pro that maps to this maintenance item to quickly solve that problem. Some of the things that Brett talked about where we eventually want to go with this, you want to set all of your maintenance tasks on Easy Street and hit the easy button. We're working to create a subscription model that allows the homeowner to engage a network of service pros to solve that automatically for them. So that's it for the to-do list, right? If I was going through a home closing or if I was in a pre-listing checklist scenario, as Kyle alluded to, those tasks would show here as well. So this is how we guide the homeowner in their experience and contextualize it for what they're experiencing now. Coming back to the home page to show you kind of how that service pro engagement works. So we talked about my home team. Under the service request tab here, I don't have any service requests, so there's nothing to show there. But if I wanted to say hire that painter that Kyle referred me to, I can click Find a Pro. Let's say I want to do a maintenance repair project and I was looking for painting. I want to paint my office because I'm sick of the color. I've been in that office too much because of COVID at home. A new color. Cool. And it's going to give me a sense of urgency or how far I want, search radius I want to search. How do I want to be contacted? I don't want you to call me. I don't want you to text me. Just email me and let me know, that you've got something for me. So I'm going to hit next here. And immediately we're going to see a few things come up. So at top of the list is that painter, Kyle Smith, that was recommended, right? So really easily, all I need to do is I can see details on that person. So here's all the information Kyle had entered on his profile. And I can contact him directly there, or I can just hit request. That's going to send a service request off to Kyle Smith Painting to get my needs addressed, right? And then now I can manage this once I'm done, see it in my active service requests. The service requests have a workflow tied to them, so I can see this one's in progress. Kyle can then go work from that service request to start to communicate with me directly, provide estimates so that I can start to engage with him and schedule the work and ultimately engage the payment processing. And that's how Kyle, my realty agent, would earn commissions off of this. So really simply, right, the whole idea of these things that homeowners have to do, and look at that, he's already chatting with me. So the things that homeowners have to do, we want to solve those problems in a very radically simple way. If you were to do this on like an Angie's List or a Home Advisor or Yelp to try and engage with service professionals, I'm going to have 5-10 screens of questions I'm going to have to answer. And this is a really simple interaction. What are the key pieces of information I need to provide? What does Zyyah already know about my home that you can share with the service pro to solve that problem quickly, right? So this is what we believe is a very simple platform for them to be able to do that. Going back through some of the other pieces here, the vault, as we talked about, a single place to store all your home-related data. The vault is where we do that. So we divide vault currently into things, which is your personal property, docs, all those. Imagine just getting all the closing docs that come when you purchase your home in a digital format rather than having them delivered to you only in that large envelope that you then throw in a closet and forget where it is. So when it comes time to do your taxes and you need the closing sheet, to do your taxes, you don't know where it is, or you want to redo your kitchen, you got to find your survey, and it's buried in a closet somewhere. Now it's digitally here on your platform. Spaces is the rooms in your home. So here I can provide additional information to Kyle that's going to come paint my room in terms of dimensions or the current color. So maybe I just want to touch up, you come in and touch it up with this color or do a new coat, or hey, he knows that he's going to be painting white over black. He's going to need to do a primer and comes very prepared to solve that problem. My team we saw is where I saw Kyle is my real estate agent. If I want to add Kyle the painter to my team, it's very easy to do so. And then systems is all the records that are associated with the various systems, whether it be electric, plumbing, or heating and cooling, all those good things to keep track of in my home. Scrolling down, Shield is where we start to provide some of those meaningful insights around should I refinance? Should I, do I need to revisit my homeowner's insurance, and providing a real guide to that experience. So if I'm, for instance, want to understand if my insurance is covered, I can upload a copy of my declarations page here, which I have on hand. It's going to attempt to apply some character recognition software to identify key aspects of that policy document, so I don't have to enter those manually. We do this across the platform by using machine learning to identify items in a home when you're taking a home inventory, or in this case, using a document to try and understand key pieces of information. So as you can see, it pulled out my structures coverage. I know I'm with Allstate. My premium, let's just call it $1,800. My deductible is this. Liability. I have replacement value, let's say, and I have, let's say, I have water seepage coverage. And then these, based on my personal inventory, these are the various types of home personal possession categories that are limited in typically my insurance policy. So what are those limitations currently? Got it. And then from here, here's kind of those three things, right? So if I want the right coverage at the right price, I currently have 350,000 in structures coverage. Based on my square footage, I should probably up that a little slightly but I'm pretty close, right? In terms of endorsements, yeah, I've got water seepage and I have replacement value, but I may want to engage in foundation water damage because those are typically costly repairs. And then give me some considerations in terms of what this means.
So you guys can see, I know we're running short on time. We've only got about 7 minutes left on here. So you guys can see that it's a very comprehensive home journey and a lot of services that we provide to the homeowner to be able to manage all aspects of their home. And the great thing about it is you're no longer, your clients that are on the platform that came into this platform through you and can now go in and self-service their own requests. So no longer are you guys having to field all types of requests, from your clients on who I should use for plumbing, electrician, remodel, painting, right? You guys get those requests all the time. However, they can do that now on the platform, but you still get notified of it. So you know that your clients are requesting certain types of services. So you get the notification. You just don't have to be the one to provide all the information. They can do that for themselves now. And the other great part, not only do you get the notification on it, but all of that spend on the platform that they're using to be able to maintain their home across all services on their home is now commissionable back to you guys, the real estate agent, and keeps you informed on what your clients are doing on the platform. So again, giving you kind of a very good overview on the types of services and the value that we drive to homeowners on the platform and what you guys can expect to receive out of it. So I guess at this point, Ian, do we want to maybe field any questions or talk about how they may want to go about signing up if they're interested?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you guys have any questions, either open up your mic or type them into the chat.
Yeah, so absolutely. If you guys have questions, definitely chime in. We'll monitor the chat. As far as next steps, what we would love to do is get you invited. And the way that we get you invited is we will be providing a sign-up sheet where we basically just need your name, first name, last, email, sponsor for EXP. And what we will do is we will invite you into the organization that we've already set up. We onboarded Ian yesterday. And so the good news is we're already a step in the right direction. At that point, we'll offer resources to you. So if you'd like, we can help you attend an onboarding workshop where we can provide additional training for making sure you understand how to invite service pros, how to invite Zimbers, how to make sure you're able to maximize the appropriate positioning and messaging and understand what Zyyah is going to be doing for you. Once we've been able to do that, get as many first touch for Zimbers as possible. If nothing else, this is your first mover advantage on this program as part of our early adopter program. This is really something that's only going to be available for the next couple of months. And then this is going to be opened up to the entire, our metroplex in our area, but basically it's going to be released nationwide. So, we really do encourage you to take advantage of this first mover opportunity we are providing fairly exclusively to the EXP networks that we're working with. And then, be ready to start earning. About the end of the summer, we are going to be turning on the commissions piece of this. So if you have service pros and you have Zimbers on the network starting in August, you will actually start being able to see a commission journey where you're going to be seeing that passive income before the end of this year.
So right now, your clients can get value because they can see the recommendations that you're providing on it. And all of that is being captured and recorded, and you guys are being notified of all the activity in there. And then the commissions piece, which Kim asked a great question on there. How much is the commissions? Which is a great question, and something that I was supposed to cover in the slide deck about 30 minutes ago. So on average, for the average homeowner, again, they spend anywhere from 1% to 4% of the home's value on an annual basis just for maintenance, upkeep, all of the services in there. And so the commissions, again, for the average homeowner, which the average home is $300 to $350 in the United States. Currently, it's gone up a little bit over the last 6 to 12 months. So $350,000 in there, right? You can earn on the very lowest side, $100 per client per year, up to $1,000 or more per client per year, based on home value, use of platform, spend, etc. And so now apply that number to you guys as real estate agents. And if you know 100 homeowners that you want to be able to bring into the platform, which for most real estate agents that we've gone out and we've stress tested this, 50 to 100 is a very achievable, easy number, right? For them to be able to go out and recommend this to their client base and other homeowners that they know in there. Now apply those numbers to the very lowest end. Well, now you're talking about $10,000 a year, which is an extra close or two, right, in commissions that you're receiving on this, all the way up to $50,000 to $100,000 a year, right, in passive income. And the great thing about it is that is an annual number. So that is an annuity stream because they are constantly spending that on an annual basis to be able to maintain and care for their home, right? And so that as you continue to grow and add clients, then that stacks upon the initial clients that you brought into the platform. So it is a very meaningful commission that you can earn from the platform.
What is the direction to get to that sign-up sheet? How did it?
So Ian, we will provide you the sign-up sheet link, and then if you want to distribute out to your team, it will be a shared link, and then we will have access to it. And as you guys get uploaded, we will probably be doing 2 batch uploadings per week next week. So if you get on early, you'll be the first to be uploaded. The way that'll work is you'll be able to check your email and you will see an invitation to join the Zyyah platform. You will have an opportunity to join the network that's been set up for Ian. So it should be just a straightforward a process of adding your email and then creating a password, and then you will be on the platform.
Greg's asking about, do you have marketing pieces that they can take to a presentation, etc.?
Absolutely. Yeah. There are a couple of things that we do. Yes, we can provide you marketing materials that you can use to promote in there. But the other thing too is if we make it very, very, very easy for you to provide your information about your pros and your clients, and then we market to them on your behalf in there. And so you're not having to spend a lot of time going out and trying to market and encourage people to sign up. Now, you certainly can, and we'll provide you the marketing materials, but we want to make this as simple and easy and painless for you guys to be able to invite clients and pros.
So when you basically send the invite through the platform to the Zimber or the pro, that's kind of where the marketing piece starts, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. So it could be a quick phone call, quick text, like, hey, I want to invite you to my network, past client or something like that. Like, hey, I know you're going to probably want to repaint that fence or get some, home. I'm going to invite you to a platform that has all my preferred vendors on it. because I know every week I get people asking me. I mean, it's literally every week that people will reach out, different professionals, agents, and then people that I know personally know that own homes, and I've sold homes too. So, and I know pretty
Yeah.
much every agent is is getting that same request.
My wife is a real estate agent, and she recently converted over to EXP as well. So
Yeah.
I know all too well all of the phone call, text messages, and whatnot that she constantly gets with requests from clients asking for service professionals. And so now she can put that in the hands of her clients and be able to, again, track the activity. She's going to know who's using her recommendations. So we got a question on where is this available in there? And so guys, this is a nationwide company in there. And so this is available across the nation. We're putting a hyper focus on rolling out in the Metroplex in Texas in there. We're putting a hyper focus just from a real estate agent perspective, but we have agents in Atlanta, Northeast, etc., that are rolling onto the platform as well. So this is a nationwide play. So anybody that's outside, if you're outside of Texas, you absolutely can still sign up for this platform in there. We have a nationwide poll in service professionals to be able to make recommendations.
Yeah. And I did want to address Griff's question too, because it's a good question. He asked, is the service provider pays the commission when they get connected with the homeowner? No, and that's really the value for the service provider. Most service providers are used to having to pay for leads up front. The commission is captured only when a transaction has occurred, and it's part of just the platform processing fee, which we are 100% transparent with, so that the service provider knows that yes, there is a bit of overhead for using the platform, but not nearly the overhead as a traditional marketing-based or lead gen processing. And then Zyyah will actually pay the commissions out of that payment processing fee.
Yep. So, I mean, that's one of the big benefits to service professionals, because they're used to paying for marketing in many different ways, pay-per-click, leads through various sources that don't convert into business. And the great thing about our platform is they don't pay for anything until that actually converts into business. And so it's a huge advantage to the service professionals, because you're only paying a small commission fee to us that we share with you, the real estate agent, when it actually converts into business. Yeah, appreciate everybody's time. We're very excited to be rolling this out with EXP. So and specifically, Ian, and your support and all of your organization members. So
Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a great weekend, and we will catch you guys next Friday.